Okay, hi all, good morning. So yesterday we have seen the basics of SQL, like how to create table, insert data, and where clause and operator or operator in operator and all these things. Today was 20th December. I have shared this assignment yesterday. I know few of you have joined late, so you might have not received this assignment. So don't worry. We'll share this assignment again today. We'll get access. Okay. So we'll start with the assignment discussion today. Those who have missed the yesterday class, we will share the recording, or maybe we would have shared the recording with you. Please go through the recording. If you're getting stuck somewhere, you connect with me. Okay. So we have given this assignment question yesterday. We'll discuss that. I'll request everyone to please go on mute. So first of all, if you have worked on this assignment, if you're getting stuck somewhere, tell me which question you want me to explain.
Second and fourth.
Second and fourth.
Second and fourth. Okay. Question number second. This one.
Yeah.
Okay. And feel free to ask questions, guys. I'm repeating the same dialogue again and again. If you think you have problem in question number one, you should ask it. Okay. Starting with question number two. Write a SQL query to fetch the list of teachers who are teaching. Abhishek, can you please go on mute? I will request everyone to go on mute. If you have to ask any question, then you can unmute and you can ask. Write a SQL query to fetch the list of his teachers who are teaching in both computer science and electronics departments. Table of view does not exist. This is INT. First of all, let me create the table. So this is your electronics table. Let me zoom this a little bit. This is your electronics table. The next one is computer department. This is the teacher list of a computer department. You know, it happens when there is a common subject in both the departments, the same professor will teach that particular subject, right? We know that. So I will tell you a real-time example where we use this concept. So the question is to find the list of teachers who are teaching in both computer science and electronics. Okay. For the time being, forget about SQL. If I will ask you, just tell me the teachers who are teaching in both the departments. So what will be your answer?
4 and 5.
4 and 5. It means D and E.
Yes.
Yeah, D and D.
Correct. So D and E are the one who are teaching in both electronics and computer, and that is what you have to display in the output. First of all, question is clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, hope the question is clear. You have to display that teacher who is teaching in both the table electronics and computer, or in another way you can tell that the record which is present in both the tables, correct? In other way we can say that as well. We want to display the record which is present in both the tables. So listen very carefully. This is a little bit confusing concept. Okay. I thought of not giving this question to you, but I thought, okay, because generally I used to give this question after 3 or 4 classes a session.
Yeah,
Let's see
actually,
if you can understand.
I thought it is a joint question, but
No, this is not a joint question.
Okay. Yeah, so actually confusion I didn't.
Okay, no problem. So I will write select a star from electronics where ID in. If I'm writing query till here the meaning of the query is I'm asking SQL engine to display some records from the electronics tables for a particular set of ID, correct? That is the meaning of this query. Correct, no?
Yeah.
The meaning of this query line number 19 is I'm asking SQL engine to display some records from the electronics tables for a particular set of IDs only, right? Okay.
Correct.
But which IDs you want to display?
IDs
The
present.
IDs,
Common in both the tables.
IDs which are present in computer table. Can I write like this way?
No.
I'm telling SQL engine that SQL display me those records from the electronics table for which the IDs should be present in the computer table. Literally, this is only we want to speak, correct? They want to tell to SQL engine, right?
Yeah.
Correct, no?
Mhm.
You all agree with this? We are
Yes, yes.
telling SQL engine that SQL display those records or IDs or the name from electronics table, which is present in electronic computer table, right?
Correct.
Correct. So far clear?
Clear.
Yes.
Okay. Now for this, the same query. Now engine will tell me that okay, fine. Listen very carefully, guys. If you're doing any other task, leave it. Listen to this because this is the basic building blocks. This will help you in the long run. So engine will ask me that okay, fine, Tanvir, I will show you the IDs from the electronics table which is present in computer table, not an issue, but tell me what all IDs are there in computer table, then only I can compare, no? Correct? SQL engine will ask this question, right?
Mhm.
So for that, I will tell to SQL engine that yes, SQL, these are the IDs from computer table. So first of all, check the ID which is present in the computer table and then check those IDs do you have in your electronics table or not. You understood the meaning of this query? First of all, tell me line number 20.
Oh, so yes, yes, yes. Got it.
Is it clear to everyone?
Clear, clear, clear.
Yes,
Tanvir,
Tanvir.
so this is a
Yes.
subquery.
Subquery, I will come to that. I will
Yeah, Tanvir,
don't want
can
to
you please
give that
repeat
burden of
this?
I will repeat,
Okay,
I will
so
repeat. Hold
which
on,
one
hold on.
it will select first? I mean, from computer
I will
or
tell you.
from?
I will
Okay.
tell you, I will tell you, I will tell you. I will tell you. Okay. Here the question is to find the ID or name anything. Okay. Which is common in both the tables, right? Literally speaking, this is the question, correct?
Correct.
First of all, the question should be clear, right? So hope the question is clear to everyone. Here the question is to find the ID which is common in both the tables, electronics and computer. So for that, I have written this line number 19, and I'm telling SQL engine from this line number 19 that SQL, I want the IDs from electronics table which are present in, I've written where ID in, the IDs which are present in which table? Computer table. So IDs which are present in computer table,
Mhm.
check if the same ID if you have, then display me. Correct, no?
Correct, correct.
So suppose it is like that. You went to buy a jeans pant, okay? And you went to shop, it has the Peter England jeans brand. They have Levi's. They have Wrangler. They have Flying Machine. They have all this in stock. Okay. This is the brand of jeans brand they have in stock. Correct? You went there. You told that if you have Levi's, okay, or any other, take Sparky. So you're telling out of this two, if you have anyone, then show that to me. Correct? To this salesman. So he will check in his stock, correct? This two, he will check in his stock. And finally, he will tell you that Tanveer, I have Levi's in my stock. So what happened? You told that out of this two, you want anyone. So he will check if this two is present in the stock or not, correct? Correct, no?
Correct.
So same thing I'm doing here. I'm telling to SQL engine that SQL, these are the list of the IDs from the computer table. Please check what all you have in your stock in electronics table. So first of all, I will tell to the salesman, no, that I want these two brands only, Levi's and Sparky. So that is what I'm showing. I'm giving this to the engine that check in the computer table. I have these IDs. Check, do you have these IDs in the electronics or not? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes.
that is.
Okay. So first, what engine will do? Engine will, don't ask any question for the next 4 or 5 minutes. I will open the platform, then you can ask. Okay. Engine will execute this inner query. This is known as inner query. This one within brackets. Okay. Engine will execute this inner query. The IDs are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now your SQL engine internally will convert that query in this format: 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, because you got these IDs from this inner query, correct? Now engine will execute this outer query. Select a star from electronics where ID in. Now engine will check in his electronics table that what all IDs I have among this ID 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so what all ID it has? 4 and 5 only. So then it will display you 4 and 5. Is it clear? Yes
Yes,
or
that is.
no?
Tanveer, can you repeat again,
Yes.
please?
Okay, I'll repeat, not an issue. See, here the question is to find the ID which is common in both the table. I know this is a little bit complicated concept, don't worry. Okay. So here we are trying to find the ID which is common in both the tables, electronics and computer. Was the question is clear?
Clear.
Okay. So you have to provide the set of ID, no, against which you want to compare. So
Correct.
this is what I'm providing to the SQL engine. That SQL from this ID, from this set of ID which is coming from computer table, please check what all you have in stock in electronics.
Electronics.
Engine will execute this select ID from computer. The output will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now out of this IDs, it will check what it has in electronics table. And finally, it will tell you that I have only 4 and 5. Exactly same thing. I went to a shop, they have all these brands. So salesman will ask, that what all brand you are interested in. I told I'm interested in Levi's and Sparky. So this is what I'm providing my option. So this is what I have provided my option.
Okay.
Now that salesman will check this brand in his stock. And finally, he told I have Levi's only. Is it clear?
Clear.
Is it clear, everyone?
Clear.
I'm asking others. Everyone, is
Yes,
it clear?
yes,
Anyone who
yeah.
wants me to repeat?
Clear.
Clear? Okay.
It's
clear.
One question.
Now,
Hello, Tanvir.
Covering
in
this.
was-
yeah, Dhamra.
In was supposed to be or function, right? In
It is, I will, okay, 1 minute. I know your question. Let me explain this from that Excel perspective. Let me explain that, then you can ask question. 1 minute, guys. I have written this query. Okay. In this query, which keyword will be executed first?
From.
This is the order of execution. First of all, from keyword will be executed. Here in from, I have mentioned the electronics table. Correct? So engine will understand that, okay, I have to fetch data from electronics table, right? It will make a copy of it. So far clear? So far clear, right? After from which keyword? After from
Where.
which keyword it will execute? Where, right? It will execute where condition, right? 1 minute, let me change that color. So engine will come to this where clause, where acts as a filter. You know that we have discussed yesterday. So when your engine will reach here, no, engine will understand that, oh, user is asking me to apply some filter on the ID column, correct? That is the meaning of where. It acts as a filter. Then engine will think that, okay, what all values user wants. Then only you can apply filter, no? In Flipkart, you are purchasing AC. You have filter option, but you have to provide filter. You want AC of what the capacity, 2 ton, 1.5 ton, 2.5 ton. You have to provide that. Then brand, you have to provide which brand you want. Then accordingly, you know that filter in that e-commerce site, Flipkart, Amazon, they will give you the product names, right? So engine will see here that, oh, user has given a query. So it means the result of this query, whatever is coming, user wants the data from that. So your engine will execute this query, select ID from computer. And when it will execute this query, select ID from computer, it will get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So now internally, your engine will convert this query and it will write it in this format. Okay. Now the meaning of this is user is telling that show me the or display me the product from electronics table. If you have this IDs, any of these IDs, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this is what in operator is, right? If you remember, we have discussed this yesterday. Now your engine will check this IDs record by record in this electronics table. The first table. Is this ID one among this ID 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yes or no?
No.
No. So engine will reject this record. The engine will go to the next record. Is this ID 2 one among this ID?
No.
No. Engine will reject this record. Now, is this one among this record 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No. Engine will reject this record. Is this ID one among this?
Yes.
Yes. Engine will select this record. Okay. Is this ID one among this?
Yes.
Yes. Engine will select this record as well. And then after this, your select statement will be executed at the last. And select, you have written a star. What is the meaning of a star?
Selecting
All
all.
columns.
All the columns. So it means user wants to display all the column ID and name. What all records you have selected? Finally, you have selected 4 and 5. It means 4 and 5 teacher ID are the one who are teaching in both the tables, electronics and computer. Or in another way, you can tell these records are common in both the tables. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Now, any question? Now, if you have question, you can ask.
Yeah, why can't we do a inner join, Tanvir?
Well,
I mean,
join,
will
I
it be-
have not taught on. I have not joined.
okay.
Not taught join now,
So-
but you are correct. We can solve this using join as well. Many other
So-
ways are there. We can solve.
Sir,
this.
so just regarding the execution engine. So first select star from electronics where ID
Hmm.
till the
Hmm.
execute. And just what will be the second step, sir? Like engine will do this select ID from computer in one go. means as a
Correct,
one
correct,
entity.
correct, correct. Correct,
So,
correct.
so
Engine will execute this inner query within bracket. No, this is known as inner query.
in
Engine will
one go.
execute this inner query in one go. It will keep the value here, and then it will check what all ID it has in this electronics table, and it will compare it.
So first inner query will be executed by the engine, right?
No.
First
It will
outer will be
start from
attended.
here.
First
It will start.
electronics table will be selected.
Okay.
Let me tell. It will start from this from will be executed, then where will be executed. When engine will reach this where, it will understand that okay, I
Okay.
have to apply filter in ID column.
Mhm.
Then it will check what all IDs to filter. Select ID from computer. It will execute this. Select ID from computer. Then it will convert this query in this format. That okay, I want out of this. If I have any ID in my stock, I will display that.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Okay, so today in is not or, right, in this query?
It is OR only, no? N is working as OR only. You see, it means you are checking if you have 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, any one out of this, you display that. So we have 4 and 5 present, we have displayed it. It is behaving as OR only.
Okay,
Is it clear?
yeah,
It is behaving as OR only. You mean like I want any of this value if you have in this stock, show me that. So yes, I have 4 and 5, I will display that. It is behaving as OR only. Okay, hope it is clear.
so
Now
if we
this-
lengthen this query, so it will be like select star from electronics where ID 4 or select ID, then it will write again.
Correct. If you want to write in OR condition, it will like select star from electronics where ID equals 4 or ID equals 5 or ID equals 6 or ID equals 7 or ID equals 8.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. So now this concept of writing query, you see, we have written two query. This inner query we have written. No? So from this engine will executes and it will give you the output. So this concept is known as subquery. Okay, subquery. So in subquery, we have, please go on mute everyone. We have two types. One is independent query and the other one is correlated query. So this query, if you will see, if you'll observe it, tell me one thing. This inner query, does it have any dependency on the outer query? No,
No.
no dependency. It will run independently. Whatever output is there, you have kept it here. This inner query doesn't know what outer query will do with this data, correct? So this is, and your inner query is independent of this outer query. So that is why this query is known as independent query. And then we have a correlated query. There is a relation. They both are dependent, inner and outer query. That we will discuss at the very end of this session, this course, the correlated query. Okay. So you understood what is independent query? Hope it
Yes.
is clear. Okay. So, but this subquery, either independent query or correlated query, it is not good from performance. Okay, I will tell you the reason down the line why it is not good from performance. So if it is not good from performance, then which one we should use and all this stuff we will discuss down the line in detail. But at a very high level, I'm telling now that subqueries are not good from performance, but many a times in project it becomes mandatory or the requirement is in such a way that you have to use this subquery, then you have to use it. You can't do anything. Okay, so hope this question is clear, guys.
Clear.
Okay. Oh, fine. Okay. Now coming to the next question. What's the next question after question number 2?
4, sir. 4. Same, I think.
4. Exactly same question. Now you can try this. Okay.
Sure.
ID which is present in both the tables imply 1 and imply 2. Hope you can do this, guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So Tanvir, just a
Ah,
thing.
yeah.
So
Hmm.
yesterday we covered how to insert tables and all. So do you think these two questions? I don't think these two questions should be part of this
You are
exercise.
correct. You are correct. You are correct. It is not
Yes.
part of that. You are correct. It is not part of that discussion. Actually, what happened now? Intentionally, I have given many questions in this assignment, which the underlying concept we have not discussed yesterday. Okay.
Mm.
The reason, two reasons are there. First of all, I want you guys to think over that what all possible ways you can implement. The second thing is, sometimes what happens, like I will not share this question in your assignment, and then down the line, it will be skipped finally. Okay, so that is why I thought that okay, I will share this question. This is the first time I'm doing in your batch. So I thought, okay, let's give this question. The candidates, the participants, they will try, and then I will discuss the solution.
Yeah, because understanding this inner query, sub query at the first
Hmm.
day, it's
Uh-huh.
too much. At least for me, it's too much. So
But today, what I taught, is it clear to you?
yeah, it is
This
clear.
one?
Like
Hmm.
unless you actually told us what exactly it is.
I know that. I know
If you
that.
told us
Yesterday, I have not
what-
covered. So if
Yeah.
someone is trying to solve it using that concept, it is difficult. I agree. I agree on that. Okay. But when I explained, is it clear to you now?
Yeah, it is clear. But are you gonna cover this in detail in the following lectures or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You see, this subquery is something which in most of the assignment questions, especially in aggregates and the windows, joins, we'll be using this again and again. N number of times we will use it. So this is just an introduction of subquery I've given.
Okay, then I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm. It's just an introduction. Okay. Next question number 4. You can solve this, guys. Okay, it is same. Next question. Tell me which one you want to discuss.
20.
Question number 6.
20.
I will discuss. Okay. 20. I will discuss not an issue. Let me discuss 6 first. There are a few concepts on this which I have not discussed in the class. Question number 6. Here I'm trying to create a table fund. Okay, and this has this fund ID is a column, fund name column, and amount is a column. Okay. I've written here number, so you can write number or integer, anyone, but to keep it simple, let me write integer only, because yesterday I have told you to keep integer and varchar too. Okay. So I'm trying to insert some value in this table. Okay. So there are a few questions which are the following statement is correct as per the above insertion. I have not discussed this yesterday, but intentionally again I'm telling I given this question so that we can discuss it today. So let's try to understand it. First of all, let me create the table. Table is created. Okay. If I want to see the structure of a table, we have a command DSC and the table name is fund.
Tanvir, can you zoom your browser or this Oracle's? Yeah, thanks.
So this is the column we have inserted in this table. Now, after table creation, we want to insert data. So this is the syntax, we have discussed yesterday to insert data into this fund table. I'm trying to insert ID, fund ID as 1, fund name as 200, amount as 100. Okay. I'm trying to listen very carefully. If you know this, don't interrupt. Let me complete it. It is throwing error message, invalid number. Okay. Try to understand the reason for this. First column is fund ID, correct? What is the data type? Integer. If data type is integer, what it means, what all values it can accept?
Numbers.
Only numbers. But here, what I have passed here, alphabets. So that is why engine is throwing error message. So you should not write that. You have to write numbers only. Is it clear? So a column, if you have marked as an integer, engine is assuming that user will pass only integers or numbers. If you will pass any other value, it will throw error message. Got it? Let me run this again. Now you see record is inserted. If you want to check the data, I will show you. Select the start from and data is inserted. Now, I know you'll be thinking that, okay, Tanvir, fund ID is integer. You have given as integer, it is fine. But fund name is varchar. And yesterday you taught that if the column is varchar, it will accept numbers only. Sorry, alphabets only. Then how it is accepting numbers or integers, right? You might be thinking about this.
Actually, it's a
Be
length of
enclosed
the
in the string.
Let me complete. Don't interrupt. I have told already. Please don't interrupt in between. I know many of you know all these concepts. Please let me complete this. So if a column data type is varchar, it can accept numbers or alphabets both. Okay. So it can accept both the things. You have the freedom. So that is why if I have written here 200, even then it has accepted it. So varchar has the freedom. It can accept your alphabets, your numbers, your special characters, anything. But if you have written int integer, it will accept only numbers. Hope it is clear.
Sir,
Now, do you
yesterday
have any
it was
questions?
a varchar 50, right?
Okay. Let me keep it varchar 50. You can give anything, varchar 10, 50, anything. But on the safer side, you are right. I told to keep it 50. So make it a habit of keeping it 50. I will tell you the reason down the line that what is the benefit of keeping 10, 50 and all those things.
Tanvir, when we can use varchar for both, what is the need of integer just to differentiate? Any other reason?
Good question. Good question. That Tanvir, if varchar can accept numbers, integers, alphabets, everything, then why for the fund ID you have written int? Why for the amount you have written int? Just keep varchar for everything, because this is something it will accept everything. So why this confusion? You're using int and then for some you're using varchar. Let's use varchar for all the columns. This is what you're asking, right?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. So there is a reason for this. I will explain you all these things when I will cover the data type. I don't want to go into the data type discussion now. I have mentioned yesterday that we will discuss this data type in detail, varchar, char, varchar2, int, float, decimal, and all those things. Okay, so for the time being, just understand if a column is varchar, can accept numbers and alphabets both. If it is int, it will accept only integers. Clear? Any question? Any question, anyone? No?
No.
Okay. Now here we have inserted this record and this is inserted, but now think from functional perspective as a manager, as a stakeholder. Do you think this record makes some sense? No. Fund name 200. This doesn't make any sense. You should be having a valid fund name like India Ventures, Europe Ventures, right? Asia Joint Venture. Some fund name should be there. I have given here number. This doesn't make any sense. If you will show this on report, your stakeholders will be confused that when we fund name, I was expecting name of the fund. What value you are showing? Correct. So when you are inserting record, you have to be very careful because this SQL is technical stuff. It doesn't know what is your business. So you have to be careful while inserting the values. Hope it is clear. You understood this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's move to the next question. Question number 6 I have covered. Question number 7, which of the following statement is correct? Let me zoom this. Is it visible? This assignment questions. Hope it is visible. Okay, question number 7. which of the following statement is correct? We can create two tables with the same name in a particular database. I know I have not covered this, but apply your common sense and tell me, is it possible to create two tables with the same name
No.
in the same database? No,
No.
it is not allowed. You cannot create two tables with the same name. Engine will not accept it. Okay, if you want, you can check it. See, right now I've created a table fund, right? You see, I've created a table fund. Now again, I'm trying to create the table fund. Even if you will keep separate columns, you see, create table fund. Suppose the column name is suppose something fund value. Okay, I'm trying to create again one table. The table name is fund, or the column name is different. See, I'm running it. It is throwing error message. The table is already used by an existing object. You cannot create. So you cannot create two tables with the same name. That is not allowed. Hope it is clear, right? Reserved keywords can't be used to create a table. Okay. See, the meaning of this is net one rule I will tell you. Few keywords are known as reserved keywords like create, table, insert, into, values, select, from. These are reserved keywords. Why? Because they have a special meaning. Engine knows what to do. They're like a code word for engine. They know what to do. So when you are trying to create a table, like see here I've created a table with the name fund. So it is recommended that you should not create a table with the name of the reserved keyword. Like suppose here you will try to create a table fund with the name create. That is not allowed. With the name table, that is not allowed. With the name insert, that is not allowed. So table name is user defined name. You keep any name, you keep your name, that is allowed. But you should not use this reserved keywords, which has been reserved for SQL engine. Is it clear?
Yes.
So that's why you should not use those keywords. Third option, a table cannot have more than 50 columns. What do you think?
It is wrong. Like,
Yeah.
False. No, you can create a table with more than 50 columns. That is allowed. But generally, it is recommended to keep a table with less number of columns because of the concept of normalization. That's a different concept in ETL. Oh, this question number 7 is, yeah, tell me.
So what is the limit of the number of columns? How many max columns?
As such, there is no such limit. Okay, but generally, hardly you will see people will be using more than 50 columns in a table. If you know the concept of normalization, so because to achieve 3n normalization, not to have redundant data, not to have duplicate data, we don't keep more than means generally you will see you'll be having 10 columns, 20 columns, or 30 columns. But if your question is what is the upper limit, then there is no such limit. Okay.
Yeah. Will you teach 1NF, 2NF, 3NF, DCNF?
No. That is not in my curriculum. I have already shared earlier. That we cover in ETL batch. That is a different course. That is why we have segregated. Earlier, what happened? Like I started teaching this, then people will ask question from normalization. We will jump to normalization. In 1 and 2 classes, we are discussing about normalization. Then someone will ask question from dimension and fact. We will jump to dimension fact and the star schema, snowflake schema. So slowly we will enter the world of database ETL, and we will be roaming around that only. That is why now we have segregated those topics in ETL course. This is in SQL, then your functions, procedures, triggers, cursors, views in PL SQL. Because you know that creates a lot of problem. Those who are not interested in ETL, they will tell that Tanvir, why you're teaching SCD, it is killing my time. It becomes very difficult for us to manage everyone. And that is why strictly now we are following SQL only. Someone has joined through name admin HP. So please join using your name. Okay, so what happens like admin So who is the admin of our group? If they will see this different names, now they will remove you. And once it is removed, it is not possible for us to add you. So you will miss the 1-day class. So please take care of it from tomorrow onwards. Okay. Hope this is clear so far. There's some basic things, so I wanted to cover. Now, next is question number 8. Which of the following statement is correct? SQL is case sensitive with data. Okay, this question I will come after some time. Question number 8. Okay, just park it. Question number 9 is simple. Hope you all have done this. You have created a table with this columns. Question number 10. Question number 10. Can you tell me what should be the correct option for this?
A. Option A.
It will throw error message. Why?
Yes, yes.
Because customer
Number
ID is integer. But you have
Customer ID is
inserted a
number or integer, both are same. It is number and you have passed alphabet, so it will throw error message.
Yes.
Okay. What about question number 11?
Tanveer, one more thing that related to the question number 10, amount number, it should be 100, 100.
Correct. That is you are right. That is also one of the reason. It will throw error because of that as well. Correct. Good catch. Question number 11.
Yeah, it
Option
will throw
A.
an error.
It will throw error. Why?
Quotation missing in
Yeah,
where
it should be in
exactly-
single quotes, right? When you are inserting a string.
Good. So here we are trying to create a sales table. Table is created. Then I thought of inserting this record. I'm executing this record. It is throwing error message. Okay, but the syntax is not correct one here. It is throwing error message. The reason is, listen carefully. This customer name I have passed as B. Okay, so whenever you are trying to insert value alphabets, it is mandatory to keep it within quotes. Is it clear?
Clear.
So now if I will run this, you see it will be executed. Hope it is clear, yes or no?
Clear. Tanveer, Abhishek here. Actually,
Yes, Abhishek.
I'm little bit confused with this semicolon in the last, right? So sometimes I have observed that if you don't put it, you will
I
definitely.
will answer. I understood your question. Abhishek.
Yes. Okay.
So this semicolon, it is not mandatory, but in few of the database, when you will work, maybe I think Postgres or MySQL, it is mandatory there. So that is why make it a habit of keeping this semicolon at the last. Make it a habit. If you're working on this Oracle LifeSQL, it is not mandatory. But what happens is generally for those students I'm telling who work on different databases like Postgres, you're working on Snowflake as well at the same time. So that is why don't get confused. Make it a habit of keeping semicolon at the last. Okay.
Okay, but
Clear?
actually I was creating a table that insert into like multiple times because there was a question to enter value accordingly. So I was inserting the values and without the semicolon, I'm trying to run it, but it was throwing me error when I put semicolon.
Because you were running all those 4 or 5 insert statement in one go, correct?
One go, correct.
So if you're trying to insert 4 or 5 records in one go, then semicolon is mandatory. Then you have to write so that engine will understand that these all are different script and it will execute them separately.
Okay, so
and
basically,
it is mandatory.
Okay, so if we are going on a one go, so it will take a separate statement separated by the semicolon, right?
That is why I told on a safer side, make it a habit of keeping semicolon at the last. No confusion.
It is
Okay.
it is inside the Oracle and SQL, right? So when you Okay.
Yeah, I have one more doubt. Question
Rakesh.
actually. See, when we are inserting multiple lines into the database, we are inserting 4 times, like insert into this data, insert into like that. Instead of that, I heard somewhere that once we give values and after that, we can give in brackets. Like continuous.
Yeah, we have that way. I have told yesterday that this is one simple way of inserting data I have told. We have many other ways. I will show you all those things. Okay. Let me show you that. Intentionally, I have not covered that. Let me show you. See, this is one way of inserting data. Okay. And this is another way, I think, which is what you're telling, insert all into like with us, you get the values and it will insert. So we have many other ways, and for create table as well, many other syntax are there. We'll discuss that on the line.
Okay.
Just to keep it simple for the timing, I've shown you the simple syntax now. Okay,
Yeah.
so once you will get mature with the topic, with the content, I will keep on adding those complexity.
I
Don't worry.
thought that I saw that in my SQL database. So I thought it differs from database to database.
No, this syntax you follow, it will work everywhere. Postgres or whatever you want, everywhere it will work.
Okay.
Okay. And the most important is the interviewer will never ask a question about inserting data, because this is something which every database, they have the inbuilt functionality. They will extract data from your Excel, they will load it. But why I'm teaching this one, many times you are doing some analysis, you're working as a data analyst, you're doing some analysis. So for that purpose, we teach this, that, okay, you can insert data on your own as well. If you want to insert 5 records, 10 records, 20 records. But if you want to insert 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, million records, we will not use this insert script. Yeah, the database has that inbuilt functionality. I don't want to go into all this discussion now, please ignore it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll come to that again. Okay, you see what all I'm telling you now, this is just like simple concepts. So after 1 or 2 class, when you have some foundation, then we'll keep on incrementing the complexity. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So this we have covered. Okay. Next is create table. For this, can you tell me what will be the output? Tell me, guys.
Yeah,
Who will
customer
answer
name
this?
value we have given B, so it should also be
Hmm.
in single quotes. Right, it's a
Okay.
string. I mean worker.
Okay. Good.
So it will throw an error.
Okay.
Here are
Let me
4.
check.
They mentioned that 3 columns, but you have 4 values.
Yeah, that is also secondary.
Okay, let me check. Okay. Why this error message is coming? I was trying to create
Yeah,
this
we
table.
have already
cells.
sales tables.
Already there.
I have
Actually,
already created it here.
yeah.
That is why
I
it is
have
showing error message.
Tanvir, I have faced this problem many a times. So if someone has done all the 25 questions, he might have observed this having same table name.
Fine. Fine.
I have sent you my solution, Tanvir.
Okay, one thing. So solution, don't share that to me, okay? Because from the last few batches, what we are doing is, earlier what we used to do is the participants, they will share the solution and we will share the what I can say review comment on top of it. Okay, but now for the last few batches, what we have done, we will discuss the assignment question in the class, like how we are discussing it. Okay. So if you have any question, you ask it here. In that sharing the assignment, what happened? You will ask question, I will give the comment and all this, that to and fro keep on happening. And that kills the time, right? So don't share the assignment to me. Work on the assignment because I know you guys are not school going students, that you will share the assignment, we will evaluate it. If you're getting stuck in the assignment questions, you ask. We're giving you the platform. We're giving extra classes for that. You ask it. We are ready to discuss that. Not a concern. Okay. So here this table already exists. So we will not create this table again. So I thought of inserting the data. I'm trying to insert the data. Too many values. Now listen very carefully. There are 2 problems in this insert script. The first problem is customer ID is 1. This is fine, right? Okay. Next is customer name, varchar. You have given here B. What I have told you the rule for this?
Inverted comma.
To keep it within quotes, right? Okay. I kept it within quotes. I'm trying to run it again. Still it is throwing error message. The reason is in this
Column.
sales table. Let me complete. I know you guys know this. So let's have some patience. We have many who are freshers, who are non-technical, they don't know these concepts. So in sales table, how many columns you have? 3 columns, customer ID, customer name and amount. You have 3 columns only. Now, how many values you are trying to insert?
4.
4 values. Okay. It is like you have 3 chairs and you have 4 guests. That will be a problem, correct? So that is why engine is telling that Tanvir, there are too many values. So you have to exclude one. Now 3 chairs, 3 values. Now see data is inserted. So you have to be careful with all those things. Especially those who are working as a data engineer, when you're getting the source file from the source team, and when you are creating your script for the job to load the data, this is very important. You have to be clear with the number of columns what you have and the number of columns data what you're getting in the source file. I have seen many times, especially the freshers, they will do this kind of mistake in their pipelines. And what will happen? The job will fail. So be careful. Okay. Fine. Next question. 13, I will come to this after some time. Question number 14, I hope it is simple. You can create your introduction table, keep these columns, and be careful while assigning the data type. Okay. Question number 15, I want to discuss. Listen very carefully. This I want you guys to answer this. This is scenario based question. The business analyst of my team needs a table to be created in database with the below specification. Okay, the business analyst has some specification and he wants a table to be created. The table name is transaction, and these are the columns he wants: transaction ID, amount, location, payment mode, and status. First of all, is the question clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So the business analyst is the one who interacts with the business stakeholders, right? And he has got this requirement to create a table transaction, and he has told this to the data engineer or the SQL developer to create this table with these columns. Okay. Suppose I am the data SQL developer. I have created this table transaction. Okay. So, and this is the syntax and all those things. What is the error with the above create statement? Can you tell me what is the error with this statement?
Table name is actually wrong. So you have missed I.
Okay. Okay. So analyst has told this table name transaction. Sorry, but you see, I have missed I here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now I will tell you a very important thing here. Listen very carefully. We all know the correct spelling of transaction is this, right? Suppose by mistake, if the business analyst has told you to create a table with this name, transaction. So will you create table with the name transaction or transaction? Which one you will create?
Transaction.
Whatever they have told, transaction.
Whatever business analyst has told, you have to create a table with that name only. Assumption is a very dangerous thing in IT industry. It's very, very, very dangerous. I will tell you the reason what will happen. If the business analyst has told you to create a table with this name, okay, if you want to connect with him, you drop him in a note that the spelling is incorrect or blah, 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 whatever it may be. But suppose still if he is telling that, no, you create this table with this name only, you have to create with this name only. Why? Because this information is present in a mapping sheet. You know, like in your project, you have a mapping sheet which contains all the table names, their column names, the transformation logic, the domain values, the constraints, everything will be there. So that mapping sheet will be shared among different teams. Your support team will be having one copy, your testing team will be having your own copy, data analyst will be having one copy. So they all know that the table will be created with the name transaction. Now you applied your common sense and you thought that, okay, by mistake, business analyst has forgot you have created a table with the name transaction. What will happen? You have created the table and you publish that, okay, table is created. You deploy this in the SIT environment or UAT or Dev, any other environment. Now the data analyst, he wants to do some analysis on this table. So what he will do? He will write this query. Correct? He will write this query, no? But you have created a table with the name transaction, TION. Now tell me what error message your data analyst will get. Table or view does not exist.
Does not exist, yes.
Correct. Similarly, the tester, he is doing the testing. He is searching for this table, but you applied your common sense and you have created transaction table. So again, he will not be able to see that table. And further, if you're using this table as a join, if you, okay, leave the join. So this will create this problem. So that is why if he has mentioned transact on, you have to write transaction. If you have mentioned transaction, you have to mention transaction. Means net, what he has mentioned, that you have to follow. Don't assume. So first of all, assumption is very dangerous in IT industry. Never assume anything. Even if you have 1% doubt, get it clarified with your lead or with the business stakeholders or the business analyst. Okay. Next, is this correct?
Transaction ID must be like integer, I think.
Okay. Any other?
Syntax-wise, it is correct, but functionality-wise, it is wrong. So
That is
it should be
maybe
Should be
correct.
transaction underscore ID, right? As per the
Underscore.
ID, yes.
Underscore is there, sir. Here it is underscore, but you have not given underscore. That's a mistake. Okay.
Yes.
Data type transaction ID, you are telling ID is integer. Many times you will see your ID will be alphanumeric.
Alphanumeric.
Your PAN number, it's alphanumeric, right? So for that it is varchar. It is fine because varchar, if you have mentioned, it accepts alphabets and integers both. So maybe your transaction ID might be alphanumeric. Many times you will see the bill with what you will get. They will give the alphanumeric numbers. So that is why the SQL developer has given this varchar. That is fine. That's not a concern. Okay. Next, this one. What is the problem here?
Same, it's AMT abbreviated form, and there it is amount.
Okay. So here it is mentioned as amount, but I am over smart. I have written here AMT like SMS message. So this will again be a problem. Okay. What about this location? Is it correct?
Yeah, it's good.
No,
Okay.
varchar can't be one, right?
Yeah,
one?
length is not proper. Like
Okay.
one.
Okay. I will explain this. Hold on. Before this, let's try to understand one concept. Create table introduction. Okay. Name varchar 50 address varchar 6 and INT. So I'm creating this introduction table. The name is a column, address another column, age is another column. Okay. So now I'm trying to insert some value. Introduction. Values. Suppose the name is Rakesh. This is daily. Age is 25. Record is inserted, right? You want to cross verify, you will write select to start from introduction. Correct? Record is inserted successfully, everything is fine. Now I have one more student. I have Manikandan. Manikandan is from Bangalore. He is of 30 years old. I'm trying to insert this record. Oh, this is throwing error message. Now let's try to understand. And one thing, this error message, no, this can be a little bit very weird. So don't go with the error message always. And most of the databases I have seen, you work on any database, Postgres, Snowflake, Hive, wherever it may be. So it is not necessary that error message will exactly correlate with the exact error what you have. Okay, many times it will give you the exact method, but again, you cannot blindly trust on this error message. Okay. So here the error message is telling value is too large for column. Which column? In the introduction table, Tanvir, you have an address column. Actual is 9. Maximum it can accept 6. Now let's try to understand it. In address column, I have mentioned varchar 6. The meaning of this varchar 6 is I'm telling to SQL engine that SQL create this introduction table and add a column address. Varchar 6 means please accept only the maximum 6 characters only. If anyone is trying to pass more than 6 characters, please don't accept it. This is the meaning of 6 here. Now in Bangalore is the address for Manikandan. Can you tell me how many characters we have in Bangalore?
9.
9. That is what engine is telling, that actually you have passed 9 characters, but maximum I can accept 6. You understood the meaning of this value 6 here, and you understood why on the safer side I am telling keep it as a 50. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Tanvir,
So, yeah.
one of my real-time question I'm asking. Suppose my table is having millions of rows, and while inserting, okay, what I was doing, I was dumping data from that table to another table, and while doing that, I got this error. Okay, so my question is that from that 1 million record, how to find that particular row which is having that maximum length than actual length that we have given.
Okay. So through this question, I will answer few other questions as well. First of all, the question is that Tanvir, okay, it is fine. Address when I inserted delete has accepted. You have given Bangalore, it is throwing error message. So what I will do, I will change this from 6 to 9, right? Maybe next day someone has inserted value maybe like Vishakhapatnam, right? So again, I have to change this to maybe 15 or 20, correct? So how we can judge it? Tripti, can you go on mute, please? Background noise is there. Okay, thank you. So how to, sorry. So how to judge what length we have to take? So the rule is address. Our common sense tells that maximum it will be 50 characters, 60 characters, not more than that, right? So roughly you take anything here 70 or 80 on an upper side, okay? Because you don't know the exact value of that, so you can take any value roughly. But again, don't keep it 700 or 1000, because again that will be an issue from optimization perspective. We'll discuss that down the line. Okay, this is first thing. Now coming to your question, Tripti, you told that you have data in a particular table, you are migrating that or you're dumping in some other table and you got the same error message. So when you are dumping that data in some other table, no? So maybe you're running job for that, correct, Tripti?
I was not executing job. It was my proc. So it was part of my when of proc that that means it was pre-created proc. I wasn't created that. But while doing that process, error was thrown that maximum limit exceeds maximum length. So I got the answer ki means I got that point ki for which column it is throwing that error, but I could not reach that particular record, that which record is causing problem here.
So for that, what you have to do, we have a length keyword, okay? Or Tripti, can we take this question by end of this class? You please stay on call, because we will deviate to the topic length. I will answer this, so please stay on call. Once the session will be over, I will tell you how you can find it out. Very simple. Using length, we can find it. Okay. I will tell you. So here now coming back to our question. Now see, in location, what the SQL developer has done, he has given one only. Do you think one character is sufficient for a location? Do you think, guys?
No.
No.
No. So again, this is a issue, right? Now, next thing, status. What is the problem here in this column?
Status should be later and mode of payment. Payment mode should be first.
And status can be either active or inactive. So I don't think it will be like 100.
Good. Very good. Both the answers are correct. First of all, when business analyst has told me to create this table, you see sequence is very important. He has told you to keep transaction ID at the first place. Your transaction ID should be at first. Then amount, then location. But here what the SQL developer has done, we have seen all these issues in my project. That is what from that I am telling you all this example, and maybe many of you have encountered, you have experienced this kind of issues. So please make a note. This is a very important point. Especially I'm telling to those who are freshers or non-technical. So these are very important. Okay. So business analyst has told to keep a status at the very last. But what we have done here, we have kept it at the second last. So this is a concern. You might be thinking that, Tanvir, what is the problem? What is the concern here? The problem is the same format, the source team will send you data in an Excel file or .dat file or .txt file or any other file. Okay. Now, if you will swap this, you will keep a status here and mode of payment here. So engine, when it will load data, it will assume that the status value is coming at the second last, but the status is at the last. And ultimately in the table, when you will insert data, it will shuffle it, it will swap it. And many times it will throw error message as well. So be careful with this sequence. You have to strictly follow this. Hope it is clear. And the next point is correct. Status are generally yes or no, true or false, active, inactive. So no need to give 100. Hardly 10 is more than enough for that. Okay. I will explain you this, that why we should not give a higher value, how it impacts the optimization and the space utilization and all those things. Okay, what about this mode of payment? Is this correct?
No, spelling mistake.
Again, same thing. Business analyst has told you to keep it as a payment mode, but you have written mode of payment. This is wrong. Of this discussion, you understood? Question number 15. Okay, let's move to the next question. 16. Question number 16. This is again something I want to explain. These are the basic things, but you should know this. So here in question number 16, let me okay. So this is the employee table. I have inserted few records. Let me show you this. Let's start from. This is the data, right? Okay. What is the output of the below query? What is the meaning of this query? What is the meaning of a star?
Select all the
columns.
All the records.
Not all the records. Not all the records.
The
guys.
columns.
All the columns. A star means all the columns, not all the records. Because after a star, see, if you are telling all the records, the problem is are you getting all the records? Tell me.
No.
No. So a star means all the columns, not all the records. Okay. So this simple things. No, sometimes interviewers can ask you questions. Especially I'm telling to the freshers. This is the beginning topic. They can ask this kind of question just to confuse you, just to check that how clear your understanding is. Okay. This one, if I will execute, what will be the output? It will throw error message or not? Tell me, because ID is repeated here.
No, it will not throw error.
No, it will not throw error. It will ID will give you twice means. But
Select is like your what I can say, like they like your dining table. Okay. The engine will serve whatever you want. The only condition is it should have that. Suppose you went to a restaurant. Okay. If you will order 10 items, 10 food items, waiter will serve it, right? Correct. Only condition is he should have that in his kitchen. Correct. So similarly, when I will execute it, you see ID is displayed twice here. That is not a problem. Engine will display that to you, but it should have that. What about this?
Yeah, it will display salary column thrice.
Will display it twice.
Thrice, 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 times. This question number 17. This is a very good question. Now, what all I have taught you so far, these all were cosmetic things. This all not much related to the logic part of SQL. Those are simple things. Now, from here, coming to the logic part. So write a SQL query to fetch the records which have at least one yellow present in any of the columns. Listen to this very carefully. One yellow, I think this. One more record I should give. I think I missed that. Yellow is there. Let me keep it yellow here as well. Null I have not taught, you know. Null I have not taught. Leave that null part. I will explain null tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so I have created this practice table and this is the setup data. First, we will revisit the question. The question is little bit tricky. This is the practice table. Okay, let me copy this. This is your practice table. Okay. Now try to understand the question. Write a SQL query to fetch the records which have at least one yellow present in.
Better to keep
Yeah.
2 yellows, I guess, in one of the. So I
Sorry?
mentioned at least.
Sorry, what you're telling? Better to keep?
Yeah, you mentioned at least one, right? So better to keep 2 yellows in one of the statements. So make me take.
One record you're telling they should have 2 yellow.
Yeah.
Let me complete first.
Sorry.
Then I will tell. No, not an issue. Then I will ask you, then you can ask question if you have. There is a good use case you are telling, 2 yellow in one record. I will add that, not an issue. Let me complete this first. Okay, so okay, let me get this question here. So the question is to fetch the records which have at least one yellow present in any of the columns. So first of all, try to understand the question. Question is telling that I want those records which should have at least one yellow. I am not bothered in which column. Take it any column, but I want one yellow to be present. Take the first record. Does it have yellow present?
Yes.
Does it have yellow present? Yes.
Yes.
So we want to
Yes.
display this one. Okay. I'm not bothered which column. My concern is in any column, but yellow should be present. Next one. Do you want to display this?
No.
No. Why?
No yellow.
I don't have
Because
any.
there is no yellow in any of the columns. Okay. What about this next one?
Yes.
Yes. Here also one yellow is present. We want to display this. So is the question clear?
Yes.
Question is clear to everyone? Okay, good. Now, to solve this question, what we will do here is we will write here where my concern is C1 column should have yellow, or if yellow is present in C2 column, that is also fine. We will accept it, correct? Or if yellow is present in C3 column, we will accept it, correct? Do you think this is the correct query as per the question?
Yes.
We want yellow in any of these columns. So this is a flexible condition. So we know that, like OR is a flexible operator. It will check for any of these columns, right? So when I will run this, you got the output. Is this what we're expecting? Is it clear?
Yes.
Is it clear, guys, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me, if it is clear, tell me one thing. I have used, sorry, I have throat problem long time. So, so here OR operator I have used, right? So yesterday I have told you one shortcut for OR operator. What was that?
In.
In, right? Now tell me, can I use in here?
No.
No, we cannot use, because in operator you can use on any one column only. But here we have 3 columns, so we cannot use the in operator here. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. But there is one more way to solve this question. Select a star from is where yellow in. I will do the other way around. Okay. So here, are you getting the same output? Correct. So here I have done the reverse engineering. I am telling SQL engine that SQL I want yellow, but in any of these columns. Hope it is clear.
Clear.
Okay. Now let me give that example. I think someone has asked about keeping yellow in multiple columns. So let me keep yellow here in this column. Let me keep yellow in all these 3. Okay, I've inserted this record. Now first query. Are you getting this record? Correct?
Yes.
Got it? So let me check the second query. Getting this as well. Hope this is clear. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But actually, this was not the question. I have twisted it to keep it simple. Actual question was, you should not use OR operator or in operator. I will show you that. Master SQL. This is the question. Write a SQL query to fetch the records which have at least one yellow present in any of the column without using OR operator. OR operator you don't have to use. Many times in interview you will get this kind of question. They will tell you that you should not use this particular keyword. They should not use this particular concept. Try to do using some other concept. So for this, you see, you have many solutions, 5, 6 solutions, and you will see all these things down the line. Okay. Hope this question is clear. Okay.
In the second query you wrote, right, select star from practice where yellow is now for C1, C2, C3. Okay, that where yellow, actually that should be column name, right?
That is what misconception people has. Generally people think that this data has to be kept inside in operator. That is what I think you are a little bit confused, but no, that is not a concept. You can use either way. You see, like one thing, select a star from practice. Suppose I want to display only the record where C1 is red, or suppose ID is 1. Okay, so I will write where ID equals 1. Correct? No, this is the query for that, to get the record where ID is 1. Now same thing you can write like this as well. You're getting the output?
Yeah.
Okay, that is what I have done here.
Okay.
Earlier, what we used to do is, suppose if you remember yesterday what we have discussed, we used to write like this: select a star from practice Where C1
first.
column I will write.
Column
Let
name first.
me complete. Hold on. I will write the column name, and within bracket, I will give the data whatever I want. Suppose I want to display red, yellow. Generally, we follow this format. And this is what we have discussed yesterday, if you remember, right? But this is also allowed. You can give the data and you want to search this data in this column. The other way around I'm doing. This is also allowed. Hope it is clear.
It will work for only one value. To find that only one value, okay, it will work.
Only
For
one
example,
value.
here
Only one value.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Only one value
In red
this
and
column.
yellow, you wrote, right? Okay. For that, it will not work. If it is,
For that,
is
it
there
will
any
not work.
possible
You're right.
other way?
No. For that, if you want to check, then you have to check this. You see how two values you can get in one column in one record. That is not possible. Correct? If you are telling like to check this one minute, select star practice where red, comma, yellow, N. Suppose if I will write C1 here. So in one column, you cannot get both the values at a time. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
That's the reason. But if your concern is I want to check two records in two columns, that we will discuss down the line. We have that solution. Okay. So leave this discussion. Don't get confused with this. So is this line number 117 clear? Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, last query will execute or not? I think it will execute.
Which one?
This
one.
Yeah.
For this, that is what I am telling. Here, if the functionally, if you are telling that you want this two values in two columns, okay. If you're telling this in one column, you want red and yellow in a particular C1. So you have to understand the functional aspect of that. Are you telling you want both at the same time, or you are telling that any one of this is present in C1? You getting my point? The functional aspect of that you have to understand. You see, if you're giving this red, yellow in C1, so it doesn't make any sense that how you can get both the values at the same time in C1 column, because C1 can hold any one value, either red or green or blue or yellow, but you're telling I want both the values in the C1. Is it clear?
Yeah.
The other way around you can do, you can write where C1 in red, comma, yellow. Then it will work. Okay. Hope it is clear. That is what I have written here. C1 in red, yellow. This will work.
Okay. So reverse engineering what you have done, Tanveer. So optimization wise, it is also good, right?
Optimization wise, it is good, but before performance, before optimization, your business requirement holds top priority. You cannot compromise your business requirement because of good performance. Because if performance is good, but you're not giving the report what your business wants, it is of no use. Okay, so first priority is business requirement. Many a times we know that subquery are not good from performance perspective. Instead of that, we will use subquery. Why? Because to cater to the business requirement. The first priority is business requirement. Then after that, you have to think of performance. Is it clear? Suppose in your app, take the IRCTC app, right? They have a lot of options, correct? If the app is taking 10 seconds to open, and your requirement means, suppose if you want it to launch in 5 seconds, it doesn't mean that you will cut short many of these functionalities. No. Functionalities you have to keep. You cannot compromise with the requirement. That is what performance is the secondary thing. The primary thing is the business requirement, what business wants. That you have to get. We will discuss all these things down the line, okay? Hope it is clear, guys. Any other question?
Tanvir, in line 117, we are giving we are giving after in we are giving the column names.
Column names, right?
Now, what if like we have the record which has the same name with the column name. So in that scenario, how it works?
That is not a problem. That is not a problem. That's not a problem. I will. Okay, first of all, I think there is a confusion here. Let me explain this on an Excel sheet. 1 minute. Select the start from practice. Let's understand it from the engine perspective. It will be more clear. This is your practice table, and this is the query which I have written. See, this kind of lot of misconceptions are there in joins, in the set operators, null, not null, in, not in. You will see down the line. This is one of the thing. I know when I was explaining this in previous lectures as well, I got similar questions. You're confused because we have the tendency of writing column first and then in operator and then the values. But anyway, hope you understood this. So let's try to understand how the engine will execute it. First of all, which keyword will be executed? From, right? From practice. So engine will make a copy of this practice table. It will keep it here. Okay, hope this is clear. After from which keyword? Where?
Where?
So when the engine will execute this where clause, engine will understand that, oh, this is a filter, right? But what user is telling? User is telling to search for yellow data. Okay. And which column? C1 or C2 or C3. So take the first record. Let's take this record under consideration. In this C1, do you have yellow? No. In C2, do you have yellow? Yes. So engine will select this record. Understood? Then engine will take the second record under consideration. So here, do you have yellow in C1? No. Then C2 is there. Do you have yellow in C2? No. Then C3. Do you have yellow in C3? No. So this record will be rejected. Is it clear now how it executes it?
Yes, but how does the engine know that whatever we are giving in the brackets after in, whether they are the value or they are the column names?
Because you have not kept it within quotes.
Now, yeah, I agree with that. But what if like the column name is with the numeric, like 1, 2, 3, if you have the column names with only the numbers?
Column names with the numbers, you will not. Sorry. Well, let me complete 1 minute. Column names if you will give with
if column names are C1, C2, C3, instead of that, like we have the column names with only 1, 2, and 3, the column names.
That you will not be having. That is what I'm telling. That you will not be having. The column names you have to write that must be something like numbers and alphanumeric at least. Okay, and then there are few syntax for the column names as well. Like a space should not be there. If a space is there in the column name, engine will not accept it. Is it clear? You try that. You create a table. 1 minute. Let me complete first one question. You create a table with the column name as numbers. You try that, and you will get the reason for that.
Okay.
Okay. Next question. What, Yamuna? You are asking something.
Yeah. Here you have written where yellow in C1, C2, C3. Since C1, C2, C3 are columns, does the engine will not check as like a column wise C1 entire column or C2 entire column? Does that work in that?
No.
So this will go.
I have.
Okay.
This I have covered yesterday, and this is the reason like in operator is better from performance perspective. If yesterday, I think Yamuna, you have joined today, right?
Yes. I'll go through that.
You go through that. This we have discussed yesterday. Those who attended yesterday class, they know like about the 6 records, 8 records I have mentioned, and I told that in operator will scan less number of records. You guys remember those who attended yesterday?
Yes.
We have discussed, and I given you the reason that in operator is good from performance. So that is why it will check this yellow in all these 3 columns in one go.
Okay.
in all these columns in another go, one by one.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question? See, these misconceptions, this is one. Similarly, a lot of misconceptions we will discuss down the line, and then this set of questions I have shared on LinkedIn long back. Then after that, a lot of people, 30-40 people has reposted this on their page. So during this course, you'll be able to answer this question as well, discuss each and every questions down the line. Okay, this is very important conceptual questions, and I'm sure at least 2-3 questions you will get an interview from this. Okay. Shall we proceed further if it is clear?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So now next is question number 18. Write a SQL query to find the total number of students. Oh, leave this. Number of students count I have not taught. No, leave this question. Write a SQL query to fetch the student who has scored 90 in physics. Okay, 19 table script I have not given. I think I have given earlier. I think I missed the table script for this question number 19. Okay, leave this. We'll discuss this tomorrow. Null I have not covered, so leave this question as well. We will discuss it tomorrow.
19th question has the table in the starting, question number 1.
Question number 1 I have given. Okay, let me check. Question number 1. Oh, this one, no? Okay, correct. Let me do this. I know many of you have solved, but still, let me complete this question. These are basic things we should know. This is the student table. Select a star from a student. Question number 19. What is that? Let me check. Write a SQL query to fetch the blue details of student who has scored 90. So how you will solve this question? The student who has scored 90. Select a star from a student where marks equals 90. Okay, very simple. You will get that the student whose marks is 90. Correct? You see all are marks 90 only. Next question, details of a student who has appeared in physics. So how you will solve this question? Can you tell me, guys?
Let's start.
Where subject is equal.
Where subject is equal to physics.
Subject equals.
Yes.
Order by I have covered yesterday, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Order by I have covered, but I am not given questions based on order by. Okay, fine. Subject equal to physics. You see, you are getting only physics in the output.
So instead of star, we have to use the name, right?
Sorry, instead of?
Instead of star, we have to use name, right?
Correct. You're right. Best practice is when you are working in your project, instead of a star, give the column names what you want. So if you're working in lower environment like dev environment, or if you're working in SAT environment, you add perf. So this doesn't have much impact. But when you're deploying your code in production, so don't write a star. This is very unprofessional way. I will answer all these things down the line. Okay. So just to quickly answer, don't write a star. Give the column names what you want. We will discuss that in detail. What is the reason why I'm telling not to use? You see, many questions are there. Okay. But I cannot answer all of them in one go because maybe it will become very heavy for you to digest. Okay. And many times we have seen students, they will get frustrated that, okay, this is very tough concept. SQL is very tough. That is why we have to go in incremental manner. Okay. But at the end of the class, at 9, when I will finish off the class for the day, then you are free. You ask any question from anywhere. That's not a concern. Okay. So you got physics. Okay. Next question. 19 is over. 20 null part, leave it. We'll discuss that null tomorrow. Time permits. And then we'll try to solve question number 20. This is good question. Question number 21. Let me create this table. I will tell you one thing. When you're creating a table, department I'm creating, okay, and suppose this table already you have created, but instead, still if you want to create it again, so I'm telling you one shortcut for that. I will not tell the reason that how it works and all those things right now. We'll discuss that. If you want to delete the previously created table, you write this script. You have to write drop table and the table name which you want to delete. Like see, I have created here department table. I have got this value, right? If I will run this command drop table department, this table will be deleted. Now if I will try to find the data, it will tell that there is no such table. So when you're getting a struct somewhere and table you are unable to create because you have already earlier created that table, so execute this command drop table and the table name, that table will be dropped. Okay, I will explain the reason that how it works and all those things down the line. So this is the department table. Now what is the question? Write a query to fetch the record of employees who are from HR department. So what you will do here, where department name equals within quotes HR. Okay, you're getting only HR, fine. Okay, next question. What is the next question after 21? So A is simple. We're working in HR department right now. We have solved. For this B part, what you will do? HR or sales? What you will do?
Just
Department name in
department name is equal to cell.
in department name in bracket HR, comma sales.
Right. So for this, you will write your department. There are two ways. Either you write like this. You're getting HR sales both. Or if you want to optimize it, you can write the same query this way. Department name in HR, comma sales. So they both are one and the same. Those who attended the class from today only, so we have discussed this yesterday. You have the recording, go through that. Still, if you're getting confused somewhere, you connect with me. We'll discuss that. You're getting HR cells, right? Okay, C, employees who are working in tech department and earning salary 900. Okay, tech department earning salary 900. So how to solve this one? Tell me.
Select star from department where department name is tech and salary is equal to 900.
For department, what is the first condition? Which department you want? Tech department. So we'll write here department name equals tech. And what is the next condition?
And condition.
So it is and operator or operator. Which one you will take?
Yeah.
And
operator, because here the question is both the conditions must be satisfied. He must be from tech and must be earning salary 900. So both the condition has to be satisfied. This is a strict operator. So you have to write here and operator and salary equals 900. So see, you are getting only one record. ID 3 tech, employee name I is from tech and earning salary 900. Instead of and, if you will write or here. So the meaning of this query is you are telling SQL engine you want all the records who are from tech or anyone who is earning salary 900. So if you will check this output, you see you're getting all these outputs because all these records are satisfying any one of this condition. You see this one, he is from tech. He is not earning salary 900, but he is from tech, no? So first one condition is satisfied. Second condition, he is also from tech. Salary is not 900, but one condition is satisfied. This condition, the salary 900 is satisfied. So you have to be careful where to use and operator and where to use or operator. We have discussed this yesterday. So when you have to satisfy all the conditions for a one record, you have to go for and operator. And when there is a flexibility that, okay, any of these conditions should be satisfied, then you have to go for OR operator. Is it clear? Hope it is clear, guys.
Yes, Anvir.
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay, question number 22 we have done. 23, write a SQL query to fetch the employee address whose name is A or employee ID is 2. So what query you will write here?
Select star from employee.
Star from employee. Where name equals A or employee ID equals 2. Okay, so you can apply filter on different column as well. You see, we have applied on name column, then here it is employee ID column. You can apply on different columns, that is allowed. Okay. Next question 24, write a SQL query to fetch those employees whose names whose salary is 600 and is either from HR or tech. This question is interesting. HR tech answers. HR tech answers. Okay. So here, this is employee table. No, this is separate table. Let me create this table first of all. Okay, so here we have this employee table. Okay, now listen to this very carefully. This is little bit twisted question. Okay, so this is employee table you have. Okay, and this is the employee table you have, and here the question is to find the employees whose salary is 600 and is either from HR or tech department. So for this, what you have to do, can you explain me the question, anyone?
So we need to fetch employee names whose salary must be 600, but it can be either from HR or tech. So means or condition will be applied here, what I believe.
Salary
other-
is 600. So here first condition is salary should be 600. Second condition which we want to meet is department should be either HR or tech. So
Good.
there are two conditions. Yeah.
Good. We are telling we want those employees who are earning salary 600, correct? But he must be either HR or tech, we will accept. Means if he is from any other department from HR or tech, we will not accept it, correct? Understood the question?
Yes.
I will repeat. Here the condition is we want to select those employees whose salary is 600. First condition is clear to everyone, right? Okay. Based on the first condition, if I will write the query will be where salary equals 600, right? Okay. Based on this, we got this output. 1 minute. Let me keep it here. Based on the first condition, I have written this query, and this is the output. This is the output. Based on the first condition, this is the output. Hope this is clear. Okay. But now the next condition is and is either from HR or tech. It means salary 600, but he must be from HR or tech. Any other department apart from HR or tech, we will not accept. Question is clear?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think this is the correct output as per the question? Yes or no?
No.
Why? Why?
Second condition is not met. I mean, HR or tech
Yes.
should be there.
You told that you will select only from HR or tech, but you have displayed here cells. So it means in this query, you have to apply one more condition, right? And that will be and condition. Which department you are interested? HR or tech?
Tech.
So we will write here HR, comma, tech. Now if I will run this query, please verify the output. Now, do you think this is the correct output as per the question?
Yes.
You are both the conditions satisfied here? Salary 600? Yes, salary 600. Department HR or tech? So we are getting only HR or tech. So from this question, you see how we have used AND operator and IN operator simultaneously. So when you're working in project, and few other examples I will give you. Many times you have to use AND operator, OR operator, IN operator, all those things in one query. We'll see all those things down the line. Hope this is clear. But for this question, first of all, this kind of questions, you have to be very clear from the question perspective that what user is asking. Try to read the question again and again. Try to understand what they're asking. Okay. Any other question? Here, do you have? Is it clear or you're feeling that these are the tough concepts and difficult
Yeah,
to
it's
digest?
clear.
Cleared.
Clear? Okay.
Just one. So for this, we can also write like where salary is 600 and department is equals to HR or department is equals
You're
to.
right. You're right. Good. Same query you can write like this as well. Suppose if you want to write this in OR condition, so department equals HR. But here there is a twist, or you have to be careful, that I will tell you now. See, here if you write like this now, so this is a little bit confusing query. Why? This is because of bracket. We have studied bracket, right, in that BORDMAS, right? You all know that BORDMAS we have studied in 10th standard, correct? That's a play of bracket only in BORDMAS. B for bracket means you have to sort out the bracket first, correct? If you're writing this query, no, so people, they can interpret it in different way. They can interpret it like this, that okay, salary is equal to 6 and must be from HR, and I will take any other department tech. So if I will run this query, you see what is output. Salary 600, department HR, and or department is equal to tech. I'm getting some different output, right? 1 minute, 1 minute. That is what I was thinking. 1 minute. Different output. Why I'm getting this 300, 200? Because here you have mentioned OR condition, means OR department tech. So when you are writing this in OR format, this is the problem. Is it clear?
Okay.
So now what to do? I will tell you a solution for this. What to do when you want to write like this? So this salary 600 is your one condition, no? Keep it in one bracket, correct? And you are telling I want any department, either HR or tech. This is your second condition. Keep it in separate bracket. So now this is crystal clear that the first condition is salary 600 and second condition is you want department, either HR or tech. Now if I will run this query, now check the output. Are you getting the same output?
Yes.
Okay, so net story is when you have multiple conditions, and in your project you'll be having a lot of conditions to get, and don't worry, all those things will come with the experience. So that is why we recommend after my lecture at least spend 1 hour on a daily basis. I'm not concerned you have time or not, you are super busy in your project. So if you're not working on assignment, if you're only listening lectures now, so what will happen? You will forget this lecture after some time. That is a general human tendency. So please take out some time. I will suggest 2 hours, but if you don't have that 2 hours, at least 1 hour, work on the assignment, then it will be more clear to you. Okay. So net, keep your conditions in separated by bracket. It will be clear, like exactly how we do in BORDMAS in mathematics. Hope it is clear. Line number 171 and 170.
Yes. Thanks, Tanvir.
Okay, no problem. So let's move to the next question. 24 is over. 25.
So, Tanvir, I have one question related to that, the previous question. Can we exclude the HR or the tech department or the sales department? In this,
Can you
that
repeat?
actually I'm saying that in the row number 170, if we are using department in HR and the tech, so if we are it's not equals to or something else we are using and exclude the sales, then it will display the HR and tech now.
Good question. Good question. Okay, good question. Who has asked this? Rakesh have asked. Abhijit?
No, it's Sumit.
Sumit. Okay. So Sumit is telling that, okay, fine. Then we line 170 is okay. We understood it. Can we do it like this, that you are telling that I want from HR or tech only, correct? And salary 600. So we can interpret this question in this way as well, that you don't want the sales department. Can we say this? Yes. You are telling you want HR or tech. It means literally you are telling you don't want sales. Correct, no?
Yes.
What do you think, guys? So in that case, you can write here that salary 600, but you don't want. This is not equal operator. I will discuss this in detail, that why this is not equal, but for the time being, understand this is not equal. Okay. 1 minute. Suddenly I cannot tell you this is not equal. 1 minute, guys. Select a star from employee where department not equals cells. If I'm writing this operator, no, this operator means not equal. So it means from this line number 172, you are telling to SQL engine that you don't want department cells and display all the departments except cells, not check the output. Is it displaying you cells? No. So this not equal operator clear, guys?
And we have not in also, right?
I will discuss that. Not in also. Not in. Don't think that in operator is over. And I will teach you null again. I will teach you in operator. Okay. It is not one. Not in is also there. Yes, we'll discuss it. Okay. So can I write here cells? It means I am telling I want salary 600, but not the sales department. Correct? Check the output. We are getting the same output. Okay.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
But
Thank you.
it is, this query will work for this case when you know the departments, HR, tech, and sales. If you don't know the department, you have 20-30 departments in your company. Like if you take Tata company, there are a lot of departments, there are a lot of business line of business, right? In that case, it will become difficult to filter out. You getting my point, Sumit?
Yes.
So here you know that you have only 3 departments. We can write department not equal to, so this is correct query, perfect. But in case when you have a lot of departments, you're not sure, so how you can filter it out? So in that case, it is better to write what you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
But this is also good logic you have thought. This is also perfect. Very good. Okay, coming to the next question. This is a very interesting one. Question number 25. I have 4 more minutes. I will try to finish it off. And the remaining question. What is this name and subject for all these terms? I think she has not shared properly. We should put this. Okay, question number 25. I think this is the last one. Let's discuss this and then we will close the today's session. The last question. So I think this is same employee table, right? Same table. Okay. So here the question is, write a SQL query to list the name who are earning salary greater than 400. When you have a lot of conditions now, so go one by one. Okay. So what is the first condition here? Condition 1, earning salary greater than 400. Salary greater than 400, right? So for this, what should be the query? Select a star from employee where salary greater than 400. This is correct. This is a greater than operator. I think you all have studied this in 10th standard. Salary greater than 400. Okay, this is greater than operator. Okay, salary greater than 400. In HR department, so this is and operator or operator?
And operator.
And operator, salary greater than 400, and department, which one? HR. Okay, I'll write HR here. Okay, let me run this. So when you are starting your SQL journey, and guys, you see, even if you think it is little bit tough or complicated, don't worry, don't get frustrated. SQL is going to be game changer in the IT industry. Okay, so most of the job profiles are based on SQL. So anyhow, try to learn this, and the next 3-4 months, again, market will boom like anything, because the market, like almost the recession, it is over. So we'll get a lot of job opportunities. Still, like now I'm getting a lot of requirements in the LinkedIn, and the HRs, they are approaching us. So a lot of job opportunities are there. And actually, there's scarcity of resource who knows the SQL. So grab this opportunity, learn it by all means and at any cost. Okay. See the data. Department is HR and the salary is greater than 400. Okay. So these two conditions we have satisfied. Now, what is the next condition? Or less than 400, but in tech department. This is the next condition. So this is the first condition. Let me keep this in one bracket. Okay. The next condition is or, right? It is mentioned here, or less than 400. You want salary less than 400. So right here, salary less than 400. But from which department? In tech department. So less than 400, but from which department? Tech. So I will write here and condition. Department is tech. So far, is it clear? First of all, tell me, then I will proceed further.
Yeah.
Anyone, if you think it is not clear, please feel free and ask. I will repeat this. It's clear to everyone. Okay. So, or less than 400 and in tech department. Okay, this is also done. Then what is the next condition? Or operator. Again, we will write here or. Let's give it a bracket. Any amount. We are not concerned with any amount, but from sales department. So I will write here where department equals. So see, it is like a plain English. Sales. Now let me execute it. Check the output. Now verify the data. HR department, what salary condition you have kept? 400. So those who are from HR, they're earning salary greater than 400. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. For tech department, what was the condition? Less than 400. Please verify for tech department. Less than 400.
Yeah.
And for sales, you have not put any condition on salary. So for sales, you are getting all the records. So in this question, you see how we have used and operator and or operator, less than operator, greater than operator, equal operator, all in one query. So net is make use of brackets. Okay, if you will not, if I will remove bracket from here, no, everything will be confused. Even you will confuse that which condition you are getting under which clause. So that's all for today, guys. Now we have discussed all the assignment question. Please revise it. And tomorrow, I will not share any assignment question today because we have not discussed any concept. And I know many of you have not done the assignments. So please work on it. We will start tomorrow. We'll continue tomorrow that order by. And those who have joined today, please revise the yesterday's class because yesterday we have covered order by, and that will continue tomorrow.
Tanvir.
Okay, thanks. Oh, one minute. So those who wants to drop, you can drop. I will not be teaching any new concept now. Those who have any question, now you can ask. Yeah,
Mohammed, please share the yesterday recording with me.
Sure, Sumit. I will share. I will do one thing. I think Sumit, I have not added you in the target group. I will add you now. Wow. Okay, or else I will share separately with you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And all those to whom we have not shared the recording or the assignments, please ping me or Firdaus, anyone, and we will share separately with you. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, Abhishek, you're asking question.
Yes, yes. Sir, actually, I want to ask, like you have told to use these brackets, na? So
Uh-huh.
as per the visual perspective, I think it looks very impressive and very separate, right? Whosoever will read this, who can easily like clear it, what exactly, the developer has written. So if we keep this as a best practice to write this, I think if we show it to the interviewer or someone, right, when we are writing, so will it be impressive?
Yes, 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 yes. I will tell you one thing. Many times my students, okay, I don't prefer posting all these things on LinkedIn, the appreciation, all these things. Many times my students who has attended the interviewer will appreciate them on their SQL skills if you're mentioning these best practices. Because all these things, Abhishek, what I'm telling, this is based on our experience of working on the project. We have seen this, we have experienced this. If you see that business analyst question, what we have discussed today, that was purely based on our experience. So whatever I'm telling you, these all are best practices. You see, writing the query to get the solution is not the only thing, but writing an optimized query in a more disciplined manner, in a more professional manner, that is something which will make a remarkable impact in the interview. Okay, so these all are best practices. So I will recommend you all to make a note of all these things. Okay.
Okay, and I have seen some of the developers who writes in rows. So let's say you have written select star.
That also you can do. That actually that is the best thing. You should write like that only. But here just we have few queries. So that is why I have written all in one row. But you are correct. We should write like that only. Select in one line, from in another line, then where in another line. So when you will grow up with a lot of other concepts, and when it will become a little bit complex query, I will show you that how you can segregate it. But you are correct. Yeah, we should write it in a separate line.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Hi,
So
Tanvir. Good
this is
morning.
yeah, hi. Manju, good
Hi, my
morning.
name is Manju. Today I joined this session. I request you on the WhatsApp group, right? So how I would like to join? Is there any platform where I can,
I will come to that. Manju, you ping. I think you have pinged me on WhatsApp, no? I will connect
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
I will explain you the entire process. Okay.
Okay. And then okay, that's fine. I will talk to you over the WhatsApp.
Yeah, sure.
Tanvir, can we continue with one of my real-time scenario that I
Right. Yeah. Now I come to that. Yeah, sure. See, in that case, Trupti, what you can do, your question was just, I will repeat that. You were telling that you have inserted few records in a table and you got that error message that the length, some size issue was there, right?
exceeds. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
exceeds the limit of the
I
characters
got to
what you
know
have
that.
given.
Yeah, I got to know that it is about length, but I could not reach out that record. That which record is causing this problem, because I had so many of records in my tables in millions or more than that.
That is what I'm telling you. So that is present in one table. You are trying to migrate that, dump that to another table, right?
Another table, yeah.
So what you can do, very simple way I'm telling you. What you can do, you know the column which is impacting this, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
That I
what
could
you
see in
do,
the error.
yeah, correct.
One approach, sorry to interrupt, but just want to add. So one approach can be, I am just thinking in that way. One approach can be, can we use the length function on that particular column? It will give all the records length. And on top of that, can we use the
Yeah.
maximum function?
Yeah.
That is
Is
what
that
I was about to tell.
Yeah.
Let me tell. Yeah, that is correct, Sunak. Yeah. So suppose if name column is creating that problem, Trupti. So what you do, you check it. You first of all you check the table in which you are dumping the data. What is the length of it? Okay, what is the length you have kept? Suppose you have kept the length as 10. Now go to your source table. You apply this query there. Select. 1 minute. Name. Length of name from suppose this employee is your source table. Go to your source table, run this query. You will get the length, all the length what you have here. We have all the values as one. Maybe I can take department here, okay, because they have very different length. So check it. What is the length? 2, 3, and all those things. Now go to your target table. In the target table, go to your department column and check what length you have given.
Size.
Suppose if you are given length here, size you are given 2, 3, 4, whatever it may be. Now here in filter condition, you have to write where this length greater than that particular size. Okay, whatever size you have given 10 or 15. So when you will execute this query, this will filter out all the records which is creating that problem.
Yeah.
Okay, very
Got it.
simple way you can
Yeah,
do this.
got it.
Other ways are also there. You have to go to the audit table. Maybe if in your project, if they're maintaining audit tables, the log tables. So when you will go there, you pick the job ID, you keep the job ID, and you will get all the list of the records which are rejected. If they're maintaining that audit, I think they will be maintaining that. You can do
Yeah,
that
that
as
we can
well.
see in loader as well. If so and so
Correct.
records.
You can do that as well. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hope
That's
I
it.
answered your question, right?
Yeah.
Any other question, anyone?
Yeah, Tanvir, just regarding question number 18, right? Will we be going to that tomorrow, or tomorrow is
18 number, no?
class? Right? Yeah,
Was it related to null? No, this
No,
is
it's not.
number of students. This is number of
Count.
students. So this is count. So we
Yeah, we
have
have to
teach
do
you
count.
count function. But I will
Okay,
do
then-
one thing. You please remind me this tomorrow. I will reframe this question like display the students who has scored marks greater than equal to 80, less than equal to 80. We will solve this question tomorrow. Please remind me this. Okay.
Tanvir, like one request. I have sent you my solution. Can you please review it? Right. I hope it won't take more than 5 minutes to review.
No, sorry, Abhishek. If you're getting, because a lot of participants are there yesterday, many has shared the solution. If you're getting stuck in any question or any solution, you are a bit dicey, you tell me that, okay, this question, Tanvir, you revise. Because,
The thing is,
like that's...
Why I'm asking is because it could be a chance that my output is 100% correct. But I also want to know, like, what are the other way around, or what best we can do it. Because I know, like, my questions, my solved answers are correct.
It becomes very difficult for us, Abhishek. You see, we are giving, you see, earlier we used to do the same thing. We save our time. But because of participants' sake only, you see, today's entire class we have utilized for discussing the assignment question. I would have reviewed your assignment and I have saved this effort, my one day class, right? But we are giving this platform to you. You ask question. If you think your solution is not correct, or maybe you have some confusion.
No, I'm not telling you to review it here in the class, but separately I have shared with you. Just get a review that what exactly I did, and give me a summary that how I did. That's it.
Okay, fine. I will try to look into that if I get time, Abhishek.
Thank you, sir.
Not an issue, no problem. Okay, any other question, anyone? So question number 18, please, humble request, please remind me. We'll discuss this tomorrow. This is important. I will discuss greater than, less than, greater than equal, less than equal, and between operator. Okay. Fine then, guys. We'll connect tomorrow at the same time. We'll not share any assignment today. Those who have not worked on the assignment, please work on it. Even if you have worked, again work on it. You might have got some new insight today, and we'll connect tomorrow. We'll discuss order by. Okay. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.